Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christi Lukasiak. You may know me as Christi from Dance Moms, or Dance Mom Christi, or Chloe's mom, or Clara's mom. But today I'm just Christi. I am actually really excited about this video today because it's something that you have been requesting for, oh God, over a year now, maybe even a couple of years. Today, I am going to share my weight loss journey with you, or secrets of my weight loss, or how I lost weight. But really, it's not supposed to be a, follow this plan and you can lose weight too, because obviously everyone is different. I'm not a doctor. I know, I could have fooled you, right? But I'm not a doctor and I can't be recommending like this will work for you. But I just wanted to kind of tell you my story of where I am in my weight loss journey and what worked for me. So take it for what it's worth. I'm just sharing my story. And if you have questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Let me catch you up to why I even decided to kind of go on this journey, if you will. I have been lucky enough that most of my life I have been on the thinner side. Like, that's just my natural build. However, I do fluctuate in my weight quite a bit. Sometimes I eat like a literal monster, where if somebody saw me, like, I'm very afraid that if there's a hidden camera, that it would repulse people sometimes when I eat, because I'm starving sometimes. I will be honest, like, there are some days that I just eat whatever I want and do whatever I want and don't really exercise a whole lot. Like, during the filming of Dance Moms, we sat a lot, we ate a lot, we drank a lot, and I could see my weight going up when I watched the show and like the progression through the seasons. And then it was really hard because I would see these comments online about how disgusting I was and how fat and I was repulsive and I look like Miss Piggy and just some really awful hate. And like, yeah, I had a little weight on me, but I mean, I just thought it was very cruel. It just kind of put it into perspective. If I was like being looked at as obese, I can only imagine how other people maybe struggle with their own body identities, just their self-image, because of comments people make online. But, more than anything, I think like I left Dance Moms and I was really going through a period of pretty severe depression. I mean, we could get into this where I'm like, well, I was living with regret and I was bitter and I was this and that, but that's another video for a different day. Basically, I was not in a good headspace. So I was eating my feelings a lot, like a lot of emotional eating. And I got to the point where one day I was walking up the stairs and I literally could not carry a load of laundry upstairs without getting winded. And then I was like, okay, I need to lose weight. So this was back in 2017. I took a really like dramatic or intense or controversial approach to losing weight back then. I actually did the HCG diet, which is you're basically injecting a hormone into yourself every day and you're restricting your calorie intake to like 500 calories. I was being monitored by a nurse practitioner. I'll be the first to tell you, did I lose weight? Yeah. Was it effective? Yeah. Was it healthy? No. So I would absolutely tell people that was one of the hardest things I've ever done and probably one of the least healthy, because I really think that it screwed up my metabolism. So I lost a bunch of weight. I really started exercising. I got in shape and I felt like I looked like the best version of myself. I look back now, yeah, I was thin, but I started to look a little I don't know, exorexic. It was a little too much, but I kind of got more comfortable in the next couple of years and I was just eating at leisure, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't back to my heaviest point, but I was definitely gaining weight. Last year, and it happened to just correlate kind of with COVID, weirdly enough. So about two to 3 months, probably about 2 months before COVID, I did a lot of research online and I found a dietitian. I think he's a dietitian in Santa Monica that lots and lots and lots of, celebs use, but his name is Dr. Gulia. And I mean, I will link it for you. This is not not sponsored. I'm just telling you my journey. I went to him, and what was interesting about him is he actually did a blood test and he determined what type of metabolism I had. You know, you can either be like protein efficient, carbohydrate efficient, and basically what he did at that point is he tailored a nutrition plan to my body type. I had decided, my family and I went to Disney World, and I had decided when I came back from Disney, this was in March, that I was going to like start this new eating plan. And it just so happened to correlate exactly with when we went into quarantine. Actually, I think I started, you know, my new eating plan like the week before. It actually made it a lot easier because I was at home and I was cooking all the time. And I'm gonna take you through a day of like what I eat now, just to kind of tell you, but basically the biggest thing about the whole way that I approach food now is I eat very healthy, very clean. It's pretty much gluten and dairy free, but it's not as restrictive as that sounds, because there's definitely like a journey to get to that place. Like I began by cutting out a little bit. Instead of like using a flour tortilla, I used a corn tortilla, like different replacements at the beginning, and it gradually eased me into the way I eat now. One of the big things in this diet is you need to keep your metabolism burning throughout the day. I think a lot of times people starve themselves, you know, thinking like, oh, I'm losing weight, but actually what that does is it shuts down your metabolism and then it stores fat, thinking that it's in survival mode. I eat 3 meals during the day, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4 different snacks. So I'm literally eating every 2 hours. There are points where I'm like, I cannot eat anymore. And I will substitute, like sometimes dinner, I'll swap out and have like a protein shake, just because I simply can't eat anymore. Like I am too full. And I tend to eat at the beginning of the day. Mornings are hardest for me. Like I'm starving in the morning. So basically I'm gonna take you through a day of how I eat. I eat, like I wake up, I have tea, I use almond milk, I use stevia, so I'm not using sugars. And then for breakfast, you know, I'm either having a protein shake, which it's so good. I love it. It's like my favorite thing in the world, which I will show you the recipe because I think it's fabulous. Or I have like eggs and avocado, but I really prefer personally the protein shake. And then later in the morning, I will have a fruit. And then I have lunch, which is basically a protein and all the veggies I want to eat. And then in the afternoon, I have a snack depending on like where I am for the week. Sometimes I will have like a fat and a sugar. It's almost like these little things, they're called splits. They're like peanut butter and jelly. It's kind of like, it tastes like an Uncrustable without bread. Or I will have a piece of fruit with peanut butter. And then I also have a fat later in the day. So maybe a hard-boiled egg or, you know, avocado slices. And then for dinner, I will have more protein and veggies. And then at night, about a half an hour before bed, I will have something fruity, like a piece of fruit, obviously, or like, you know, a fruit sorbet. Basically, because that spikes your metabolism, or yeah, it spikes your metabolism. And then like 30 minutes later, you kind of have a sugar crash and it makes you sleep better. So I know I've talked a lot, but again, this has been something that you guys have asked about forever. So I am going to take you now through my day and share with you, you know, what I eat. All right, you ready? Okay, please excuse me as I wake up and take you through my day. Good morning. We are on my journey of things I eat in a day. Now, when I wake up, I usually take a few minutes to have a cup of tea. And when I'm eating well, I usually just have like a black tea with a little bit of almond milk, and I only use stevia. I don't use other artificial sweeteners, honey, or sugar. So I'm gonna start off having some tea, and honestly, it's really pretty early, so I will be back with breakfast, but I'm going to sit for a few minutes and let my brain relax because look, I just woke up, obviously. I have usually maybe 2 or 3 cups of tea in the morning, like spread out over the morning. And so I'm going to enjoy that, and then I will share with you breakfast. I didn't get to show you making of the smoothies because Mark actually did it. He did. So I have, oh God, I'm still crazy looking. Let me turn this way. I have shared a million times what's in my smoothie, but basically this one is, what is it? Black cherries, strawberries, crunchy almond butter, protein powder, A little bit of water, a little bit of ice. Anything else? Flaxseed. So, yum. Let me just say, so this is one of my favorite parts of the way that my eating plan is I actually really love the shake, and I'm super hungry in the morning all the time. Like, that is where it gets me. Some people eat at night. I'm a morning eater. I'm like, oh my God, I wake up out of bed and I'm starving. And that's kind of where sometimes I will fall off of my healthy eating plan. And so I look forward to drinking this shake or smoothie or whatever you're calling it. So then I'm not starving the rest of the morning, and then I don't eat bad and fall off the wagon and then make excuses that I'm gonna start tomorrow. So it is a good thing to start my day with this. Look how yummy that is. It is so yummy. I forgot to mention that sometimes I will eat in the morning. As long as you're eating like protein, and I mean, this is a sugar. I definitely eat a lot of fruit, but sometimes I'll have eggs and avocado for breakfast and a half a piece of fruit, but I actually really prefer the shake. So, oh, this one's really thick. I need to let that melt first. Okay, so it is about 2 hours after breakfast and time for my mid-morning snack. Yes, I have a lot of spray butter, don't judge. Mid-morning snack is usually, no, it's not even usually, it's always a fruit. And today, I'm having a kiwi. So I'm eating a kiwi today. So I always have a fruit about 2 hours after breakfast, and then I'll be back for lunch. Well, it's lunchtime. And one thing I forgot to mention throughout the day is I drink a ton of water. I know I said that like in my little intro, but I literally drink water throughout the entire day. Like this big tumbler, I think it's, well, it's bigger than 8. I wanna say it's 16. I drink at least 5 or 6 of these a day, if not more, which I know sounds like a ton, but I actually drink a lot of water. Like, I'm a natural water drinker. And for lunch, I have a protein as well as all the vegetables I can eat. I'm sorry, my cat is making me nutty today. So yeah, protein, usually it's like a fish, something lighter. You know, like I don't eat a ton of red meat. I'm more of a seafood eater, which, hi, yes, I know there was that documentary. Now I feel really bad about eating seafood. But today I think I'm gonna make some chicken, maybe a salad, I don't know. I need to look around and see what I have. I didn't really plan this out very much, but another thing I do a ton is I will do a tomato salad with just a little bit of garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper. It's really good. Sometimes I'll throw in an avocado. So it's kind of like, oh, I guess I would eat onion and jalapeno. I don't eat cilantro, but I was gonna say it's kind of like having a guacamole without, you know, the chips, which sounds gross, but it's actually really good. And I don't eat cilantro because it tastes like soap to me. Do you know about that? Yes, so I'm one of those unfortunate people who it tastes like soap. So let me see what I'm having for lunch and I'll let you know. Okay, so I don't usually eat like pre-made frozen food. I do a lot of fresh foods, but I'm not really in the mood to cook now for lunch and dinner. I just don't like to cook. And I found shrimp stir fry from Trader Joe's. So this is perfect because it's stir fry vegetables and shrimp. Look at me, it's like a little food miracle. So this is actually what I'm gonna eat for lunch because it doesn't have any, yeah, it's totally fine. It's frozen shrimp, stir fry vegetables, a little olive oil. Totally allowed. It is now time for snack number 1. Now snack number 1 in the afternoon, so it's about 2 hours since I had lunch, and now I'm going to have a fat and a sugar. So the fat is actually peanut butter and the sugar is a banana. Sometimes I eat little split packs. They actually taste like an Uncrustable sandwich without the bread because that's like a sugar and a fat. So right now I am having some peanut butter and a banana. So that'll be my first snack. Okay, I will admit I'm kind of late for my snack. I don't feel like eating another snack. Now it's around what, 5:30 or so? So it's maybe an hour and a half. Like I'll eat dinner around 7-ish if I force myself to eat. I don't like dinner. Like that is who I am as a person. I don't like dinner. So this part of the day is kind of a struggle for me because I don't like to eat a lot at the end of the day. I'm a morning eater. So it kind of kills me. But it is time now for a protein which I'm gonna have an egg. It's a hard-boiled egg, by the way. And look, here's my salt shaker. It looks like a trash can at Disney World. Isn't that funny? This is the Fantasyland trash can. So I'm gonna have a hard-boiled egg. Other days I'll have like an avocado or a little bit of tomato and avocado, but today, just a boring egg. So I'm gonna force myself to eat this and figure out what I'm having for dinner. It's dinner time. So I think I am just going to make a chicken salad. So the chicken salad that I really like, I use baby spring mix, and then I do toasted pecans on top, and I am going to cook up some chicken breast, and if I have any peaches, I might like grill some peaches for there, and then I make like a champagne vinaigrette dressing. It's just a little bit of grapeseed oil, champagne vinegar, a little bit of mustard, honey, and salt. That's really it. I mix it up and it's a delicious dressing. It's pretty healthy. And so I'm just gonna have a big salad for dinner. There are a lot of nights that I really just wanna have another shake at night. So then right before bed, the last thing I do is I have a piece of fruit about 30 minutes before bed, or a little bit of sorbet, or you can also have a cup of tea with some honey in it, because that spikes your blood sugar, and then you fall asleep and you sleep very soundly. So that's it. That's everything I'm gonna eat in today's day. And that is pretty much how I lost weight. So I eat a ton, way more than I ever have. And it's weird because I lost way more weight than I ever did. So there's gotta be something to it. I think it's the water. Okay, well that is pretty much it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please drop any questions or comments that you have down below. Again, I just wanna say that I am not a doctor, nutritionist, none of the above. I can't say this works for you. I need to have every disclaimer out there. I'm just telling you what worked for me. And what I shared today was simply my diet. I will come back and do another video when I talk about, you know, what my week looks like as far as physical fitness or exercise, or even just, you know, just physical activity, because I can't ever tell somebody like, oh, I'm a fitness guru, because I am not. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, turn on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next week. Okay, have a good one. Bye.